How are you today? Let's start our lesson. Look at the slide and answer. Which picture is appropriate for the word noisy? Picture 1 or picture 2? Of course, picture 1. Okay, what is the antonym of noisy? Do you remember? Quiet. Which picture is appropriate for the word old? Picture 1, picture 2? Of course, picture 2. What is the antonym of old? Modern. Which picture is appropriate for the word clean? Picture 1 or picture 2? Of course, picture 1. And what is the antonym of clean? Dirty. Now, children, how do you think? What we are going to learn in this lesson? Yes, comparative adjectives. We compare places, things, or people. Now look at the example. Almaty is more modern than Kokshetau. Almaty is bigger than Kokshetau. We used more modern to make a comparison in the first sentence, but bigger to compare the cities in the second sentence. These sentences have the same purpose, right? To compare. Maybe there is a rule that can help us know how to make these comparative adjectives out. Look at the photos and read the sentences. Write the base form for the comparative adjective after each sentence. The first example is done for you. The air is cleaner in Sultan. Base form is clean. Now check your answers. Do you have the same answers or do you have some mistakes? The next task, put each base form adjective into the correct column. Then write the comparative form next to it. And you can use clapping when saying a word aloud to count the numbers of syllables it contains. For example, clean, 1 syllable. Modern, modern, 2 syllables. Now check your answers. Do you have the same? Okay, the next task. Use the information in your chart to guess which 3 comparative forms are correct and which 3 are incorrect. Put an X to the incorrect forms. Now, check your answers. Do you have the same answers? Okay, if you did everything with no mistakes, congratulations, you know basic comparative adjectives. However, if you have made some mistakes or want to know why every example is different, please listen to me carefully. This depends on the letters of the word and syllables. So, the first, the air is cleaner in Nur-Sultan. Here we have very typical comparative. We simply added er ending onto regular adjectives. Here we have something interesting. We added er to the adjective. We also doubled the last letter of that adjective. How did that happen? So the first thing you need to know is that this adjective is short. It has only 1 syllable. And last 2 letters of the adjectives are consonant and vowel. If the adjective ends with vowel and consonant, we double the last letter before adding er ending. The next example, the people are friendlier in Almaty. The original adjective is friendly. This has 2 syllables, friendly. If the adjective ends with y, we change the y into I and add er ending. The next, the streets are wider in Almaty. If the adjective ends with E, we just add the R ending. The next example. The architecture is more modern in Nur-Sultan. Do we see ER ending anywhere? No? But why? Before answer, can you tell me how many syllables does adjective modern have? Modern. 2 syllables. That means that this adjective is very long and we don't use ER ending. We use the word more if the adjective has 2 or more syllables, except for the ones that end with Y. Now let's complete the rules for making and using comparative forms. I hope that everyone did it correctly. And please don't forget, use the word than after the adjective when comparing two things. Now let's practice. Complete each sentence so that it means the same as the first sentence. Use the comparative form of the adjectives in brackets. The first sentence is done for you. London is bigger than Almaty. Almaty is smaller than London. Now, one more task. You need to write a reply to your pen friend Akira. Akira wants to visit Kazakhstan for 2-3 weeks and need your advice. Would it be better to start the trip in Astana or Almaty? Please write no less than 4 sentences using comparative adjectives. Use comparative adjectives correctly. Use no less than 3 words of the topical vocabulary. Okay, have you written? Now, test yourself. Go through this link and do the task. Here you have 5 questions. You need to do it. Good luck. Compare things, compare places, but don't compare yourself with others, because you are the best.